Hey, Swift, the Carolina Panthers just won the NFC South for the first time since 2015. I want you to let that sink in. Now, tell me, is this an aberration or is it the foundation of something dynastic? Panther Pedigree, let's talk ball.
Whether it's taking a year off and learning from the vets or whatever that may be, I'm all in.
Unbelievable! Pass is caught! There's no way! Bryce Young on the money!
Doing it the field like, all day like, all night like, on the blue light, on fist like.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Pop?
Not much. I am so glad that we decided to make another run at this thing, and I think this time it's gonna really work out. First of all, I do want to thank our fans of the Pedigree because we have had people reach out to find out what's going on, why has there been a new episode, what's going on for the 2025-2026 season, and only way that I can explain it is that we have a large family. And the summer grind turned into a fall grind. And the next thing you know, we had a football season. And I'm like, I don't want to just jump in the middle. I want to just let's go ahead. And we started making plans to make a comeback as soon as the season ended. So I don't think you can make a quicker comeback than, we were just in the Wildcard weekend. Not this past because it was divisional, but the weekend before was Wildcard weekend. And so we kind of let it marinate for a little bit. And, we kind of got a little handle on what's going on. So quick explanation for me, because this is more on me. I was a high school football coach. The school that I was coaching for has decided to go in a different direction. I am not upset about it. I think it is allowing me to prioritize things that are important to me, like my family, and also kind of chasing some things that I really want to do. So it has allowed me to commit myself to watching you, Swift, who's headed back to college and playing your last couple of years of eligibility for college football, which I get to see that. Your brother, prep school, he's got 2 years left in high school. I get to see that. And then the little brother, well, he's not the littlest, but he's going into his second year of youth football, and I get to watch that. And no, I will not be coaching that. I'll be enjoying it from the seat of a parent. So what that allows me to do is this year is that I have talked to my family, my wife, I talked to Swift, and we're going to really see if we can make this thing go. We shot up in our subscriber count to almost 400 subscribers, and then obviously the summer hit and we weren't able to do much. But this is going to become like I don't want to call it a job because I'm having too much fun doing it when we're doing it, but it's going to be like something that we really can chase. So Swift, I've done all the talking, man. So I apologize to you and our fans that we have not put up an episode, but I think this is going to be the rise of something big. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think it was just kind of funny not funny, but it's crazy how the season kind of turned out. And, obviously I know you had things going on. You had priorities with coaching and stuff. And obviously we got a lot of siblings, so yeah, that'll keep you busy. But it's just go figure. Obviously we have a little hiatus and our guys go to we back our way into being division champs for the first time in 10 years.
Yeah.
So
go figure, right?
No, it's good to be back. I mean, I always have so much fun with this. It's just cool getting to talk ball with you and stuff. So I'm ready to just get it back. Absolutely. And hopefully we're here to stay for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, talk ball. I think that's going to be my tagline, right, for at least for a little while. Panther Pedigree, let's talk ball. So, on that topic, let's go ahead and jump right in, man. I don't want to belabor the point. So our boys were just in the wild card round, not this past weekend, like I said, because this was the past weekend was divisional, but the wild card weekend.
Yeah, 2
weekends. And I don't want to stretch it out too long, but. One of the highlights of this past weekend was watching Cameron Jarrell Newton return back to the bank for the first time in a long time. So I'll just take your quick thoughts on that, man, and we'll just keep this thing moving.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a full circle moment, right? Like we first home playoff game in 10 years. We had Greg Olson on the call for the game. And then obviously we had the man, the myth, the legend, coming back and doing the drum. And I think it was pretty cool because I feel like last couple weeks towards the end of the season, we were talking about it. And I was like, man, if we can just figure out some kind of way to just get into the playoffs, like they they got to bring one back for the drum.
They do. They do.
I was seeing Kurt Coleman. Obviously, you saw some of these other Panther legends from that special 2015 and doing the drum. I was like, if we find some way to get into the playoffs, like the bank would be so electric if Cam was the drum.
It was purely electric. They had him come out of the tunnel with all the smoke and the flashing lights. I mean, the Panthers hype. The media team must have had a blast, like shooting it and posting it for us, because I'm sitting there watching. I must have watched it like 5 times. I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. But how about your final thoughts on one making his triumphant return, the prodigal son returning?
No, I think it was just really good for the Carolinas. Obviously, like Cam, we know what Cam did. Cam turned the franchise around, obviously, and like there was a culture that he. There was a culture shift,
absolutely culture shift.
Yeah,
I mean, speaking of culture shift, I mean they even had they did everybody it was like as many guys as they could get back from that 2015 season. They were doing the dab and whatnot. And it was sick. Yep. It was super sick. Yeah,
it was awesome. It was fun to see. It makes me reminisce because I'm like, part of me is like, dang, I'm getting old because I feel like it was, I don't know, as long as I've been watching football, Cam's been the guy. So it's just crazy seeing them like post athlete, they got their own things going on and podcasting and whatnot. But it was dope to see.
It was really cool to see. I mean, I guess my last comments on T-Mac had to me one of the best sound bites, where his post-game interview, he literally, the first thing he didn't talk about his own performance. He didn't talk about the game. He paid homage to the legends. And I mean, I couldn't think of a better connector than that, right? Like, I mean, he understands, right? He understands what all those legends mean to us. He understands that 2015 run, of the lead up to it, honestly, because I mean, that 2014 team, that was a 7-8-1 team, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, 7-8-1. Then we come back and go 50 because they finished the regular season off with 4 wins. And at some point we beat or tied like the Patriots record at the time for the amount of regular season games won when we were running that 15-1 campaign. It was just cool to see T-Mac, who I believe is going to be the undisputed rookie of the year. I mean, he's already Pro Football Writers Rookie of the Year. They just awarded that him yesterday, day before. I believe he's going to end up being the NFL AP offensive rookie of the year. And I don't see another situation, and something that's been traditionally a quarterback award. I mean, his performances speaks for itself. I mean, over 1,000 yards, set a Panther rookie record over Kelvin Benjamin, and the only rookie receiver to break 1,000. I think he had 7 tutties on the year. So I mean, it was to me it was a full circle moment, right? The honoring the something special, the old, and then our new breed, which I think is going to be special, and we're going to kind of get to this.
Hold up. Before we get any deeper into this video, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. And while you're at it, make sure you go ahead and hit that bell notification so when we post, you'll be the first to know. As always, what am I talking about? Let's get back to the video.
So I guess what I want to do is I kind of want to just hit the game, right? I mean, I don't want to belabor any point, but I mean, going into the game, I mean, the Vegas had us at 10.5 point home dogs, right? We were at home. They had us getting beat by 10.5 points. And I think the Panthers took it personally, right? Like, I mean, we're not going to conduct this episode as if we're doing a reaction video to the game a day after. I think this is more of a retrospect. This is, we've had a week to think about it. Obviously, the divisional round has happened. We're going into championship weekend here coming up. But I think I just want to kind of just take it, moment by moment. I really don't want to I'm not going to belabor the game. We're not going to sit here and go play by play, but we're going to talk about some high moments. We're going to talk about some energy moments. And then we're just going to kind of move right into kind of what's next, and then get out of here. I don't believe we're going to, it's going to take us more than, about 20 minutes to knock out this episode, as far as I'm concerned. So, I mean, what were your thoughts going into the game? I mean, what were you thinking that entire week before?
I was just glad we got in. I think it would have ended up with us possibly hosting the Niners too. Had the Packers won. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, all right, it's the Rams, let's go. And I understand the viewpoint, the Rams are the top offensive team.
Yeah.
They average like 30 points a game, so I understand the point differential. I get Vegas, but I was optimistic. I don't know. I'm an optimist. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, we talked
they
all
could
that
have went.
week. I'm like, there's no way these teams is losing by 10.5 points. I mean, we just beat them. I mean, what would have been equivalent to about a month earlier by 3 at home. So, I mean, I didn't see them being 10.5 points better than us. Again, like you said, do I understand? Yeah, I get it. But I mean, there's no way that it's going to happen. I mean, there's just too much pride in this team. There's just too much firepower. And yes, I mean, did we suffer from inconsistency offensively all year long? Yeah, absolutely. But I just didn't think this was going to be a game where they were just going to let the Rams go buck wild on them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, to kind of get it started, when you take a look at how the game started, I mean, it didn't look good for us at first, right? Like, I mean, the Rams, kind of marched down the field on us and put one in. Like, so basically that first drive, I mean, it started off with a 16-yard pass from Stafford to Puka Nacua. And then it was a 5-yard run. Let's fix it. I'm so sorry. So we decided we started off slow. We decided to go for it on 4th and 1. So we had Riverboat Ron, and then somebody called him Casino Canales. And so Casino Canales decided to go for it on 4th and 1. We left them right on the 45. So at that point, Stafford hit Puka for a short pass of 16, put him right on the 29. So it was a 10-yard pass from Stafford right to Puka again to put him on the 14. And the very following play, I mean, this was an all Puka drive. Like, I mean, it was like, Sean McVay was going to punish us for going forward on 4th because of how badly we hurt them on 4th down the previous game. I like, you almost had to know that was going to happen. So yeah, so that was pretty much a Puka drive. And so, I mean, they go up like almost instantaneously. Like, they're up 7-0. So what are your thoughts on that short drive? What do you think of Canales' decision to go forward on 4th? Was it something that we should have done? Do you think we should? I mean, retrospect is hindsight's 20/20, but see if you can answer it, in the moment as like what you wanted to see happen.
You're playing a really high-powered offense in the Rams, so in the moment, I didn't mind it, but obviously, like when you don't convert, you start thinking like, oh, we should have punted or we shouldn't have gone for it. But yeah, I mean, we've been doing it all year. We've had pretty high success in it all through the season. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I can't be mad at it because
if we picked it up, all of a sudden we have a drive. I mean, I don't hate it. Again, the hindsight is 20/20. I hate it because all it did was end up in a Rams touchdown. We start off at our 20. Bryce throws short middle to Coker for 7 yards. Chuba picks up the first for a 5-yard run. Then Bryce hits Hubbard for another 6 yards, and then he took a sack. That puts us that we were at 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. The 5 yards puts us at 3rd and 9. Then it was an incomplete deep pass to T-Mac up the side. I thought, I like the play design on that, but I mean, obviously it puts us at a 4th down. We punt. Rams have the ball again. So this time our defense comes to play. So the Rams start off at their own 7. Few plays later, I mean, they pick up a 1st down. They get to the 23. Then they end up going 4 and out, and they have to punt, which I thought that was a good sign of our defense early on. So they weren't just going to roll over and let the Rams just run with them. But then this next drive happened. So I'm going to go to the drive where Bryce ends up throwing the pick. Right off the rip, Bryce takes a sack. And that puts us at 2nd and 19 on our own 10. Then Bryce hits Tremble for a 11-yard gain. He hit Coker we had the 1st down. Incomplete pass on 1st down. And then we had a 4-yard run by ETN. And then a 7-yard pass right up to Tremble. That puts us at 3rd and 6. Then we have a 13-yard pass up the middle to T-Mac. And then there was the interception. So Bryce, it was intended for Coker. And I think that's the route where Coker ended up pulling up It looked like Bryce was trying to lead him. Coker's like, no, there's a guy there. Like he's trying to squat in the zone. Bryce leads him. It gets picked off. What do you think about that sequence?
Frustrating drive because I felt like we were moving the ball pretty well, and then obviously, I mean, there was a little miscommunication there with that route, but it was definitely a costly turnover because I felt like we were just starting to get momentum.
We give the Rams a short field, so now I want you to see a theme here. Their first start on that first when we turned it over on 4th and 1, they started on our 45. On this drive, they started on our 48. And Stafford hits Parkinson for 15. Then we have Williams run the ball up the middle for 6. Then there's a 2-yard run by Williams again. There's a 7-yard pass from Stafford to Nakua, and then we have a 5-yard run by Williams on first down. And then the next play, it was another Puka Nakua touchdown where it was up like that jailbreak screen. He just kind of got lost behind his guys. Our defense couldn't get to him, and he ended up getting there. So now, obviously, the kick goes in by the thicker kicker. And now we're sitting there looking at a 14-0 deficit. Talk to me. And it's the beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah, it wasn't looking good. I mean, having a slow start, you have you have 2 costly turnovers, and it's kind of one of those, like, this is the playoffs. Like, that's going to happen. You're going to fall behind. So, I mean, especially to the Rams, I was saying it while we were watching it. I was like, you can't fall behind like this in the playoffs.
Bottom 14, man.
Yeah, it's hard to play catch up in the playoffs. So definitely frustrating. Don't want to be down 14-0, especially at home.
Absolutely. So this next drive was a little more positive for us. So we started off on the LA Rams 35, ends up being a touchback. Start off with a 3-yard run from Chuba. And then there was a 15-yard pass to Coker that puts us on the Rams 47. So we're at least crossing into the positive side of the field. Then there was another 14-yard pass to T-Mac, which was it was an incredible ball thrown by Bryce. Then there was a 22-yard pass, deep middle to T-Mac that ended up putting us on the 11. And then it was a Chuba touchdown. So and then obviously our boy Fitzgerald comes in and punches it through. So it's 14-7. How are you feeling now?
It's good to finally get one at that point of the game because, I mean, you just needed some kind of momentum. And obviously on that drive, you have to go down and it has to be a touchdown. You can't go in, give them the ball back 14-3 or 14-0. I mean, if you're going to have any kind of shot at it, you got to close the gap. So it was definitely a crucial drive.
100%. That following drive ended in a field goal. So that ends up putting the score 17-7. Our next drive ends in a punt. All right, so it starts from the Rams 35. We get an 8-yard run by Rico, which that was another story. Rico was not very used in this game, and we can talk about that later. But I just wanted to kind of put that up there. Then Bryce had an incomplete pass, and then we punted. That drive took all of 1:43, and then we're now in the Rams get another drive. We pushed them to fourth and out, and they punt. You remember what happened here?
Hey, look at you, still here rocking with us. So if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. And then I need you to comment what you are loving about this episode so far. And then I want you to subscribe because help the algorithm. Tell YouTube that you like the guys at Panther Pedigree. And then after you do that, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that bell notification so you are the first to know anytime we release brand new content. Now let's get back to the episode.
We muffed the punt, yeah.
We muffed the punt, man. And that was hard, right? That was hard because now again we start them on the positive 40. So their average starting position on scoring drives minus the field goal is the plus side of our field. They end up getting down to the Carolina 19, and now McVay is smelling blood, and he goes forward on 4th and 3. It ends up being an incomplete pass, and we take over. Starts off with a 28-yard penalty. Bryce Young, incomplete deep pass to Coker. Lake got hit with the defensive pass interference. So it was enforced to the Carolina 19. So then we hit a 37-yard pass from Bryce Young to Coker. He ran out of bounds. it was 37 yards to the Rams 16. Incomplete pass to Xavier Legette, who you and I are going to have to do an episode on what's going on with XL. Like what is the plans for him? Because it looks by the time we get to the wild card game, he has officially been demoted to 3, maybe 3B, depending on what kind of set they're running. But we'll definitely get into that later on. Then there was another incomplete pass to Rico Dowdle. We're sitting at the 16, and then with the ghost of Cam Newton channeling through the stadium, Bryce Young decides to go ham and scramble and throw his body with reckless abandon into the end zone for the touchdown. Tell me what you thought when you saw that happen.
Oh, it was huge. I mean, I was hyped because it brought it down to 17-14.
17-14, man.
Yeah. I mean, that was awesome. I think it was right before half too.
Right before half. Yep.
It was just a good play again. Now, obviously, it didn't look like he had any receivers, and then he just does what he does best, just
improvise,
just making a play. Yeah, just improvising, just extending the play, and then obviously eventually running and scoring. So that was a good play.
Yeah. We forced the Rams to punt the following drive. They couldn't get anything going, and that's the drive where Matthew Stafford hits Puka Nacua, and if I'm a betting man, Puka catches that ends up being a problem for us.
That was a good thing for us that he dropped it, but
100%. So that pushes the Rams to punt the ball. We kneel it out to get to the half. It's 17-14. How you feeling at that point, man?
17-14 and a half. I mean, I guess I feel good at that point because we were down 14-0, and obviously we avoided even worse. I think towards the end, obviously with that muff punt and us getting the ball back with no damage done was I think that was super huge for us.
Easy.
So I felt really good going into halftime.
So Rams come out with the ball, 3 and out, man, right off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
Then Carolina gets the ball they start off at their 13. We are a Chuba Hubbard run. Let's see. We have a 16-yard pass from Bryce to T-Mac, puts us at the 40 at our own 44. Then we have another Chuba Hubbard run for 5 that puts us near the 49. There was a 5-yard penalty, passing completed. It ended up being defensive offside, so it reset the downs. We had a Chuba Hubbard run. I mean, this drive just went on and on. We had a 7-yard pass from Bryce to Chuba. Then we ended up with Chuba with a couple-yard run. And then we set up for the field goal, and Mr. Fitzgerald punches it through to tie the game at 17. The Rams then come back with their own drive, and they hit a 42-yard field goal to kick it up again, 20-17. Our next drive, we end up getting it to the Rams 48. Go for it on 4th and 4. Bryce tried to, again, manufacture, throws a short pass on 4th down, and it was incomplete. So the Rams get the ball back at their 48. Corum ended up running for 6 yards. Then Stafford took a 9-yard sack. And then he steps back. The pocket gets completely collapsed on him. And you could tell if something about when Matt Stafford steps in it, he doesn't have the clear window. You can see it. And I'm like, this doesn't look right. Matt Stafford steps up into the pocket and lets it fly up the left sideline. And I don't know how he didn't see Mike Jackson, because Mike Jackson had a much better beat on that ball than the receiver. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, I just saw Mike didn't bite. I mean, I think you saw it was Devontae Adams he was covering, and
yes, it was
a little double move on him to get to the sideline, and he didn't bite the move at all. And I was mentioning too, I was pretty impressed with the one that he didn't bite. JSN's double move that he did when they played.
Oh yeah, absolutely, that in Seattle. Yeah, that's so true.
Mike Jack was and he was talking. He wasn't talking crazy, but he was just when they put Matthew Stafford in the Hall of Fame, he's going to think about that interception. And then obviously now he's got a second one he can remember too. So
Absolutely. And I mean, for the most of the season, I believe Mike Jack was playing like, he was punching above his weight class. I mean, like, honestly, like, he's not this heralded defensive back, but I think he's playing the right position for him. I actually do agree with the idea that JC doesn't travel. Mike Jack has his ownership. He plays field side where JC plays boundary side. I mean, I love it, and we will break down more of that stuff as the season goes on. So now we go into one of 4 fourth quarter lead changes, which happens to tie a playoff record. So that drive starts at our 38, and it starts off with a 1-yard run from Chuba, and then a beautiful shot from BY9 to Jalen Coker for 52 yards. All right, that puts us at the Rams 9-yard line. Then he hit Coker again for a 3-yard gain. There was a penalty, and it was enforced. It puts us at the unnecessary roughness. It puts us at the 3.5 distance to the goal line. And then Chuba runs off tackle, 3 yards, touchdown. Now, we take our first lead of the game. Fitzgerald puts the kick through. Now it's 24-20. And then we get to the Rams' next drive. And they start from the Carolina 35. A couple big plays in the drive. Matt Stafford hits Devontae Adams for looks like 23 yards. And that puts him on our 39, 38. And then another big play was, and then at that point, there was a bunch of nickel and dime plays, a 6-yard run by Williams to put us on the R22. Another run by Williams. Then Stafford ended up scrambling, to get close to the first. Then it was a 4-yard run by Puka Nacua. And then there was a Williams touchdown for 13 yards, and that put the Rams up again. The thicker kicker puts it through Harrison Mevis. And now the score is 27-24. All right, now we're running low on time. Right now, the Panthers get the ball back. And this one was a quick one. We could catch a 5-yard penalty on a false start. We had a 4-yard pass to get some of it back. We had a negative 2-yard pass to Coker. We had an incomplete pass. Now it's 3rd and 13, and then we're punting. Okay. Rams get the ball back. And I do believe in the in the curse of the announcer. Right before, so the Rams the Rams go 4-yard run, 16-yard pass. They got a 10-yard penalty on it was offensive holding, incomplete pass, 4-yard pass, 9-yard pass. They didn't get the first down. And so I believe it was Greg Olson said that the Rams special teams had been problematic. And guess what happens on that next play?
Yeah, we blocked the punt.
Isaiah Simmons slides through and blocks the punt. I couldn't even believe my eyes. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is like exactly what we needed. He blocks the punt. We recover it on the Rams 30. And then next thing you know, you got a 16-yard pass from Bryce to T-Mac, puts us on the 14, 7-yard run by Chuba. And then there was an incomplete pass to Mitchell Evans. And then Bryce saw Coker on a beautiful out route. He put it only where Coker could catch it. Coker catches it. We had our third lead change of the half. We left 2 minutes and roughly 39 seconds on the clock for Matt Stafford. They start on the 29. They get a 7-yard pass, a 10-yard pass, 18-yard pass to Puka Nacua. There was an incomplete pass. And then there was an 11-yard pass to Mumfield. And then Matt Stafford, every once in a while, just shows you his veteran savvy, but he literally laced the ball to Colby Parkinson on that right sideline. Colby Parkinson caught it. Trayvon Merrick was guarding it. And it's like he had to catch it, get his foot down, flip his body, and fall into the end zone. And, the rest is history. He scores. And then you got Mevis hits the extra point. So now that's our official 4th lead change of the game. All right, 38 seconds. We got 3 timeouts. And here's how that final sequence goes. Receive the kickoff. We get to the 28. Incomplete pass from Bryce to I don't know. I don't have the player on that. And then we have another incomplete pass to Coker. And then Bryce had another incomplete pass to yes. So incomplete pass to Jimmy Horn. And it wasn't a great ball. Rams call a timeout to kind of get their defense right. We going forward on 4th down, 4th and 10. Jimmy Horn is running the crosser across the field. He has a step. Bryce delivers the ball so that Jimmy can fall away with the ball, and it hits him right in the bear paws, and then it hits the ground. Drive over. Rams take over. And one play later, they kneel it. Game over. So why don't you give me your thoughts on that final sequence, including Jimmy's play, and we'll begin to start wrapping this episode.
Yeah, no, just frustrating because I mean, you have 38 seconds. Obviously, we've seen like what Bryce can do and late game moments, but it just like we just flatlined. I think that was just the most frustrating thing. It was like 4 incomplete passes in a row. It's just I was saying to myself while I was watching, I'm like, we couldn't like do something like a short pass, like just get like
anything
8 yards, the first down, like just something like in the middle. It just seemed like they were just trying to do a little too much, or they're trying to like hit a big play so early when it's just like you kind of on a drive like that. Just get the drive going, like complete something, and that was like it was just awful.
Yeah,
so it was just bad execution. That was very frustrating.
Yeah. So do you think what do you think that does for Jimmy in the long run?
I don't think it like affects him in a bad way. Obviously, that's an important pass. I mean, you got to catch. That's a pass you have to catch. I mean, you're in the National Football League, but I don't think it's super detrimental. I mean, I think he's a big gadget piece. I think he'll definitely have a bigger role going forward.
I agree.
I think it's just unfortunately it's just the circumstance of the moment. Might feel like just going through the motions, maybe just a little lackadaisical, like might already be feeling like it's over to a certain extent. So you might, I don't know what, but it's definitely a crucial pass. But honestly, I would think I was just so frustrated about the 3 plays before that I was just like, we should have had something complete like long before.
100%. I think I agree with you. It felt like we were just doing too much, and we couldn't make it happen. So we just forced it, and then you have a actually a decent play call to Jimmy, and we just couldn't do it. I'm in the same place as you. I mean, I think it's a learning lesson. I think in retrospect, right? Like, you obviously want this year. Like, I mean, let's talk our 3-year plan. Like, so you go from a 2-win season with Frank Reich not making it through the entire season. Then you go right into a season where Canales' first season, you pick up 5 wins. You have a couple close losses to the Jalen Hurts led Eagles and the Patrick Mahomes led Chiefs. Both teams end up in the Super Bowl, and you played them strong. This year, to me, was an 8-win season. Again, you're another 3-game improvement. You went from 2 wins to 5 to 8. I mean, you're a 3-game improvement. I think those numbers speak for itself. And now you're winning games that you lost in years previous, right? And you beat the Packers, who were hot at the time. Let's talk about the Cowboys, who were hot at the time. The Dolphins put you down by 17. You come back on them. And then you also beat the Rams by 3 at home. Would have loved to see them do something a little bit different. I know that it's a little bit of like a bad taste in my mouth that we ended on a 3-game losing streak, right? So we lost the last 2 regular season games. You did beat Tampa at home, but you just couldn't pick up the one in Tampa, and then you end up losing. So you end up losing Seattle to a Sam Darnold-led Seattle Seahawks, and that defense is actually leading them. Then you lose the Tampa game that should have won you the division. You should have had the division. You want to take that with your own merit. Then not wait for the Saints to lose to the Falcons. And then you end up losing to the Rams. So you did put up a fight, but I also think, you also have to be realistic. I mean, you did go 8-10 if you count the playoff game. It is a 3-game improvement, but you also had another bite at the apple, and that was a loss. What could have been the Super Bowl, winner. It could be the Super Bowl winner because as you all know, the divisional round, they played the Chicago Bears, and they were able to beat the Chicago Bears. So the Rams remain alive in the NFC Championship with the Seattle Seahawks. We're on pace I think we're a year ahead because I don't think anybody pegged us as a playoff team this year. And now we get to play a first place schedule, which doesn't look horrible to me, but I mean, we will have our schedule review show. I mean, so Swift, let's answer the question I posed at the beginning of the show. So is this lightning in a bottle? Will we come crashing down to earth next year? Or do you think this is potentially the jump off to another Carolina Renaissance where we'll see, some real good football, some really engaged fans? What do you think this is?
I think it's promising. I think any great team is any good team, that's on the brink of a great season has a season like this where maybe they're 500 or a little over 500. They beat a lot of teams nobody had them beating, and as much as they might be like early in the eyes of some people, I think they just had the season that we kind of expected, or we were kind of hoping for. 8-9 wins, maybe 10 wins, a playoff appearance,
100%.
But yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think this is definitely they're on the cusp of having a much better year, something of like the Lions stature. You go back to our 2014 to 2015 transition, where we kind of have like a breakout year. So I think it's definitely right in front of us. We'll just have to see how the offseason goes. I mean, we trust in Dan.
In Dan we trust.
But yeah, we definitely got to make some moves. But it's looking up from here. It's definitely looking up.
Yeah, no, like, hey, I guess we're gonna be one to see him. I'm an optimist as well, right? Like, so let's be honest. I think these young Panthers saw how the crowd responded to the legends, right? And I think that is also what helped power them. The bank, man, that we were trying to do everything we could to protect the bank, and I think we had an incredible showing. I also think this is a learning lesson, right? Because every good football team, you're not going to just go on you can, but you're not going to, as a rule, you're not going to go on a heater with no playoff experience. I mean, I think it's extremely hard to have. I think it was 31 guys on our roster has never had a playoff game. And I think you really need this experience in order to be able to put up a decent fight next year, especially where you're playing a first place schedule. The expectations are obviously going to be higher. Now you're looking to become a double digit win team, right? So you don't want to take a step back or even a step sideways. I don't want to see another 8-9 season. You're drafting 19th. Which I think you're going to pick up a really quality player at that point. And I mean, this is also part of the plan that they were saying, like, we never want to have to draft in the top 10 again. I'm like, listen, I'd be okay with that. It means we're doing a lot of winning, and hopefully we're not trading picks and, doing crazy stuff. So, I mean, there's plenty ahead of us. I think all signs are pointing to that. We have everything in the place where it should be, right? Like, when you look at it, are we doing the right things? Are we signing the right people? And we're going to find that out as the offseason goes on. I mean, the combine is going to be, we're just a little under a month away from the combine. And then at that point, then there's going to be a lot of draft talk and mock drafts. And, we're going to be all in on that. And then, I mean, I'm telling you right now, we're going to be averaging about a couple episodes a week. So I want you guys to hang in there with us. I am just beyond excited that we are back. It just is just incredible. Like this episode is just rewoken my love, and I was excited before we even shot it. So I mean, the content wheel is it's not going to stop. You're gonna see a lot from us. I have a lot of high hopes for this team. I mean, I think, we can now say that we are NFC South Division champions. Yes, it was a 3-way tie at the top at 8-9, but you know what? Our 8-9 just happened to be a little bit better. And I'm okay with that.
Sure.
And I'll never apologize. Tampa or Atlanta, kick rocks.
No.
So
no, I'm not gonna feel bad for it. I'm not gonna feel bad for winning the South.
No. But I mean, hey, that with that, I think we just covered the comeback episode and the resurgence of Panther Pedigree, and I'm looking forward to producing some episodes and getting some good off-season content, and really looking forward to seeing what we can get done during the 2026-2027 season. How about you, Swift?
I'm optimistic. I'm excited. Draft, usually like the draft and the combine is usually like one of my favorite times of the year. Besides the season, I love the draft process. I'm just excited to get back into it and start getting this thing going again.
Absolutely. So with that, we're going to sign off. So I'm thrilled. I'm thankful to be back. I want all of our viewers to stay safe, stay, be happy, right? Do what makes you happy. We're doing what makes us happy. You stay safe. I want you to keep pounding.
Stay safe and keep pounding, or stay blessed and keep pounding. And yeah, kind of bounce off what you said. Just, do what makes you happy. And, if you got to take time away and, reset, refocus, never lose confidence in yourself.
No.
And it's never too late. You can do anything you put your mind to. And
Absolutely.
It took me some time to learn that, but,
listen, I'm a little older than you, and I'm still learning that, man. So listen, there's always room to grow. So I appreciate you. And hey, listen, Panther Pedigree, we're signing off. Panther Pedigree, we just talk ball.
Yo, what's going on, Pedigree? If you guys haven't already, make sure you go ahead and click up here to subscribe to our channel and join the fam. Also, we have another video picked out for you guys. So, and just in case you guys haven't checked that out already, we got a link right here down below to go check out our other video. We'll see you guys next time. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep pounding.